Probably by now you've started to write tests, automated tests using AI. But what if I told you your tests are lying to you, or AI lies in the way that you do tests, and you can tell? Why do I say that? Well, you might be able to generate 1000 tests really fast, no problems. But when you actually have a look at the test, when you actually go deep into them, issues start to arise.
Now, in this video, we're going to have a look at what are the four main symptoms of AI-generated tests and also how to fix them. We'll have a look at coverage illusion, the so-called green build trap, the setup madness, setup sprawl, and my favorite, the brittle assertions. Now, let's start with number one. When you write tests, it's really important that you get that sweet spot, that not over testing it, but also not under testing it. So you want to know what you want to test. You want to be able to have a test that is actually valuable for your suite. Now, AI has the tendency of actually very much going into only the happy path. It tends to ignore all of the edge cases. It tends to ignore everything besides making that test pass, making that test green. As you can see in this image, this is how a normal workflow works like. You have an AI that writes a component for you, like here a React component, and then you tell it, well, write me tests for this component. Now it will analyze its own code and it will write a test that basically tests the logic or tests everything in a way that everything passes. For example, if it's missing an implementation or it's missing an API, it will mock it, it will create a mock, and then it will test the mock in such a way that the mock will deliver the correct results. It will do everything in its power to make the test green. That's why the green indication, AI's main scope is make it pass, make it green. Also on the topic of setup. Now, an AI agent or an AI agent has the tendency of actually ignoring all your fixtures, all your setup, all your helper functions, all your hooks. It will just make up its own. It will write code in a way that everything looks okay to it, and it does it as it knows best. Also on the topic of selectors. Now AI will go through the quick win for test IDs, which isn't bad, but you don't always have them. It will go through very exact orders. It will go to regex. It doesn't go in the modern way to be more flexible, to have elements be selected by accessibility view. Also, here's a list of a quick tell or quick tells that the code was optimized or written with the help of an LLM or with the help of AI, with number 3 being my personal favorite. You can ask it to remove your hard-coded ways, which is a bad practice in general, but it will find a way to make it that actually it takes way longer than your hard-coded ways for your test to run with its fix. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm not going to leave you empty-handed. And before I tell you a little bit of a solution of how to make things better, here's the general view of how of why this AI code smell appears. Well, you tell an LLM, make this, make that, but it's kind of executing actions behind closed doors. It has absolutely no idea, no context of what your code is, what are your standards, how are you doing things, because it doesn't know, because it's just maybe taking code from the Omnia Stack Overflow, which unfortunately is being less and less used at the moment. Now, a fix for this is kind of simple. The antidote is to integrate the LLM in your code base. This is an example with Claude, but it can be given with any kind of agents. So you give it context, you explain to it what is your code base. You generate an agent.md file with the main way of working. You create skills that improve its writing. You create guardrails that will not allow it to hallucinate or to do its preferred mumbo jumbo. So you basically make your agent part of your project, and your project is the agent's main source of context. We have reached, unfortunately, the end of the video, but as always, do not forget to rest, then test, and as always, see you in the next one. Have a good one, and bye-bye.